So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everybody, welcome to Ho Ho Hong Kong. I am your host, Andy Curtin, and I'm coming to you from Hong Kong. I'm here with my very good friend,
Vivek Mabubane.
and we've got a special guest on this week, Fabio Nicotra. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm very good. Good to see you all.
Yeah, if you want to find me online, at Andy Curtin on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that.
Yeah, I'm sure by now all our fans probably know that. But just to remind you again, at Funny Vivek with
You
the
gotta
letter
do
M.
it. People forget, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. People don't do it.
Especially
I've been watching the
shit
stats.
you put online. They fucking unfollow. They gotta
That's the problem. I've noticed. I'm like, this guy just followed me on Monday and unfollowed me on Tuesday. What am I doing?
It's all those workout videos you're posting.
Yeah,
so.
those are supposed to be private, but I don't know how to use Facebook.
You're not a social media dude.
Oh, no, I can barely use technology. I'm like an old man.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen The Social Dilemma?
I was watching that last night, actually.
You've seen it?
It's very scary, yeah.
Have you seen this?
No, I have not
Dude,
seen this.
You have to watch this.
I have a social dilemma in my life already.
No. Like it's so they've taken.
You are a social dilemma.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, why would I go watch something that I
Fabio with the first hit of the day. It's
Oh,
great.
it's on, man. The chef is here.
No, but so basically they've got like what was good about it was they're not fucking around with the people they have on it. It's like the guy that invented the like button for Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like senior people from Facebook and Google and Instagram, and they're like, this is how we're using apps to change your behavior and sell your attention to companies. And it's
Wow.
terrifying.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know the reality that they're controlling behind.
It's pretty scary. Like, I don't know. Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I didn't. I got about halfway through the first episode and then I fell asleep. But I think it sort of confirmed what we all sort of knew. 'Cause
Yeah, it was
we
like
we always scroll and we always think, oh, well, that's weird. How did they know exactly what I was thinking?
Yeah.
And the fact that they're telling us that there's an algorithm behind it, yeah, it's very scary. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't feel like it wasn't anything that was like wildly unknown, but I think it was just hearing the guys that invented it
Yeah.
talk about how they did it.
It wasn't just a theory anymore. They're like, yeah, that actually is what's going on. You're like,
But there's also
whoa.
stuff about like one of the sinister things they talk about is like YouTube's recommended videos.
Yeah.
That's how they start to sculpt. And they don't even know how it works. It's an algorithm. So
Yeah.
they've set it up to achieve something, and then it's running to its own processes.
So that's why, like, whenever I use YouTube, I try my best to always search for like smart videos, like TEDx and those kinds of talks. So when I load it up, it gives me them smart things, so I can't, waver off into watching, I don't know, Shacked the Fool or something.
Well, you just gotta stick to websites that aren't working against you, like Pornhub.com.
Incognito.
That's not trying to push you into any.
So like we said last time, incognito mode is where I go to YouTube with all my other videos.
They don't know who you are.
Yeah, exactly, right? There's no algorithm in incognito.
The other thing I want to mention is, so yesterday Ryan, who we had on the pod, he
Yeah.
was talking about canyoning and stuff like that. Man, maybe the best thing I've done since I've been in Hong Kong.
Canyoning.
It was very good.
You're telling me you came all the way to Hong Kong, this city, this concrete jungle, and you're telling me the best thing you have achieved and done is canyoning in Hong Kong.
It was very good.
Andy, have you done nothing while you've been
I
here
haven't
that this
done
was the
much.
top of
I
the
haven't
list?
been on a junk yet, so let's put that in perspective.
Yeah, you were clearly not fitting into the stereotypical Caucasian living in Hong Kong lifestyle.
Yeah. Do you do junks ever?
Me? I've done junks
For
before.
work, right.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
for
yeah.
work,
So I've done
100%.
a few work like junk gigs and stuff.
How bad is a gig on a boat?
Oh, it's the worst, dude. It's the worst because like every now and then you're trying to get your balance and you're thinking what's going on. People are not really paying attention. The sun starts setting, like, crap, it's happening.
How am I more interesting than the most beautiful metropolis vista
Yeah.
of the world?
Ironically, the sun, whenever it's set, red light. It's giving you the red light to shut up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, you're performing during the day?
You would have daytime junk trips and corporate gigs or whatever, man.
Oh my
It's
God.
terrible.
In
Yeah.
Cantonese, right?
This I forget now. It's been many, many years, dude. I don't take.
You just
those
don't
gigs
take
on-
that
yeah,
anymore?
no, not happening. I mean,
No
it's not
bites?
that okay common anyway. But I've done. Okay, so the craziest gig I've done on a ship would be at Jumbo. You know that restaurant, the seafood restaurant in Aberdeen side.
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, so this big ship, right? It's like really famous. People have to take a small little boat to it, get on the basically it's a floating restaurant called
Is this
Jumbo
super
Restaurant.
expensive?
Not really. No, Jumbo's not that.
Oh yes, I know the one that you're talking about.
Yeah, in Aberdeen side.
Yep.
So they have this floating restaurant deal.
Quite
okay.
famous.
Sounds
it's very
awesome.
famous. Yeah, it's very cool. And then so what they have is they have two sides of the boat, identical restaurants, so they could accommodate people, and the middle is like the staircase. So I had a gig where basically
Oh
pick
my
up the room.
God.
Yeah, dude, you do set number 1 in room A, and you run over to room B and do set number 1 again. And then you have to time it so perfectly because like while room A is watching my show, room B has another show. So if I suddenly finish too early, then room B's performance still going on. So it's like room A's like, what do we do now? We don't know what to look at.
Mort Sol has this great bit
Yeah.
about how I can't remember what comedy club it was, but it was like the 40s, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the 50s or something. But he's doing one room and Lenny Bruce is doing the other room.
Yeah, yeah.
So the cops come in and arrest Lenny Bruce for his material. And they're like, hey, Mort, you finished this room. Can you do the other room? And then he gets a letter or something from a fan being like, I went to see Lenny Bruce the same night. This guy's stealing your material.
Yeah. I'm sure people probably were confused that night. They're like, did I, what same show? What's
It's
going
amazing.
on?
But that just shows how people like comedians, like they love me. It's like, dude, they don't even remember you.
Yeah,
Like,
they don't.
They don't remember what you said.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
miraculous that guy realized it was the same jokes he'd heard half an hour ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, many people are like, oh, this sounds familiar, but no idea. It's like sometimes when people are drunk eating food, they're like, this tastes familiar, but no idea. I'm still hungry. Let's go. Kebab is a kebab. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all right with the kebab. I can get down.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, $60 late night food. I can
Well,
live
we're
with that.
sitting in front
anyway,
of the wrong guy to be
canyoning.
saying that,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Let's
Well, the last thing on the
chefs eat all kinds of stuff as well.
That's what I hear, right? Well, let me just
I've the
introduce you a
worst
little bit.
diet.
So you are a chef. You're the head chef at 121 BC, right?
Yes, that's
Italian restaurant in Saimpong.
No, here in Central.
It's in Central,
Ooh.
right? Yeah. And
Can I get the full address? Like, I just want to have it like.
Yeah, so it's
where
on
is it?
49 Hollywood Road, just around the corner.
Prime
The
location.
entrance is on Graham Street.
Oh, okay. Little. Make sure you have a certain IQ. We're gonna be 49 Hollywood Road, but entrance Graham Street. Just
Yeah.
to mess with the people who are trying to wanna be Italian eaters.
Well, you got to be cool if you're in this part of town, right?
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
just be some-
you got to make an effort. You got to search it out.
Yeah, true.
So we're bringing you on today because we want to hear about like the chef life, which if I've understood anything from Anthony Bourdain is pretty friggin' wild, and then also like what's going on with COVID and all of that in restaurants. So let's just step back a little bit. You're from Sydney.
I'm from Sydney.
How did you get? Because I'm as a layperson, it seems to me that being a chef is like a lifestyle.
Oh, it's definitely a commitment. I mean, you're going to miss a lot of important family events. It's very hard if you want to try and have a relationship.
Crazy hours, right?
Crazy hours, very, very long and hard hours too. So often on my days off, I'm pretty exhausted and struggle to leave the couch sometimes.
But that's funny you said about the food because I remember someone saying like these big 5-star restaurant chefs will like eat McDonald's. When
Well, I think the biggest problem is that when you're finishing work at midnight and you've been cleaning and moving fast and you're hungry and maybe you haven't made yourself some dinner at the shop,
Yeah.
what's open?
True.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the time it is that
Kebabs.
kebab shop around the corner.
It always comes back to kebabs, man.
Ebenezer's is looking
Well, I
pretty
do
good.
have Beirut Bistro right across the road, and I
That
do like
place is
their
great.
kebabs. To be
Dude,
fair,
that place is great.
Yeah.
No, that is legitimately great.
Yeah, nice.
I go there because Mohammed goes there, and he's like, "This is the real deal." I'm like, "All right, if you like it, I'm in."
I'm just curious though. So, okay, like when the chef goes to a restaurant, you order a dish or whatever, let's say one day, right? And the dish comes and it's subpar. Do you send it back or do you feel bad? Like, the guy probably tried hard.
Yeah, man, great
Right?
question.
What would
What's
be
the
like-
deal? What's the
Yeah,
deal
like
with
as a
people-
comic, if I watch another comic bomb, I'm like, I kind of feel for him. I don't want to,
Yeah, yeah.
write a letter of complaint.
No, well, I'm definitely pretty relaxed when I go out to eat. I'm just happy that someone else is cooking. Honestly, no, I don't send things back.
Yeah.
You know, there are so many things that could be going wrong. Sometimes people have bad days, or also sometimes the food's just not that great, and you just pay for it. You know, you can't just go out and expect 5-star quality everywhere you go. You're going to get disappointed sometimes in life, and you just got to.
Unless you're at 121 BC, of course.
Yeah. I like to take that quote and play it before every comedy show. Sometimes in life,
That should be your marketing on the website. Sometimes you're not going to get great food.
Yeah, that's how it is. It's on the table mat. It's on the table mat. You know, the terms and conditions. By ordering food, you agree to these terms and conditions.
Well, it's true. No, I'm pretty chilled about that, and especially with service. I mean, you know, someone serving me, they're taking their time. You know, I appreciate that. If it's really shit, sorry, can I say that?
Yeah.
If it's really poor, then, you know, sometimes you got to say something. But I mean, at the end of the day, normally 9 times out of 10, people.
Yeah, how often is that? How often is it so bad?
People are trying their best 9 times out of 10. You know?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So, how dangerous is it to send food back?
Yeah, because like everyone's got that thing of like they're gonna spit
I don't
my
know
food.
if this is like too old for you, but have you seen the movie Road Trip? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So there was a movie that came out when I was like, 18, a little while ago.
Okay.
And basically, this dude's in like a diner, and he's like, "Oh, I ordered this with no sugar on it." And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, let me just get that for you." And he goes and he's fucking rubbing in his balls, and his undies, he's farting on it and everything. And he comes back, he's like, "Is this what you want?" He's like, "Oh, it's delicious," you know. Dude, ever since I saw that, I'm like, I'm never complaining ever about food. No way.
Unless it's an open kitchen, you're watching them like, okay, I see what he's doing.
Well,
exactly.
I actually do have an open kitchen, so there's no ball rubbing that goes on.
But can you see below the waist?
Well, to be fair, even if there wasn't an open kitchen, I've never done that.
I'm not accusing. No, okay. You clear up my question.
Like,
I'm not
in
asking
general,
if you do this to people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're in another restaurant, are you like, would you chance that? Would you take that risk in someone else's restaurant?
Or have you heard other chefs kind of like after hours go, "Hey man, the other day this guy came in was like this."
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes food gets sent back. That's just complete bullshit. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the customer's paying for it, so you know, if they want shit food, then we can fix that up.
No, but
for
my
them.
question is, are they fucking with the food?
Yeah, other chefs
no. Well, not that I've ever seen.
Right, that makes me feel a lot better. Actually.
No,
Yeah.
you don't need to worry about
I'm
that.
gonna start complaining.
getting it from the source, right? Yeah. Let's go to 49 Hollywood Road right now after this.
Dude, I'm eating at
And just
121
complain.
BC every day from
Yeah,
now
just-
on, and just sending the food back every time. I know it's coming back.
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Yeah. And okay, so what's the most complicated dish you have on your menu to make that, you know, every time you make like, man, this is one tough dish.
Yeah, is there a dish where you're like, ugh, they ordered the souffle?
Well, I think a lot of chefs will probably agree with me. It's not very complicated, but there's just a lot of components. The cheese platter. And I think Anthony Bourdain's probably said something about that in his book as well, but you know, it's true. Whenever there's cheese platter, everything stops because you need to cut up the cheese and you need to portion the cheese, and then you got to do the honey and the nuts, and then you got to do the bread and
Dude, I'm getting hungry just.
Yeah, dude.
and you might have a few different types of cheeses on the menu as well.
Yeah.
So there's a selection. Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
Man, I never thought that's such a great answer.
I know.
to
I
that.
would have thought just slice it and dice it and, you know, take it out there, but
I
turns
would
out
have
that's
been
more
like,
complicated.
yes, they ordered the cheese platter.
Yeah, just slice, finish.
And you gotta unwrap all the cheese.
So we spend so much time doing prep work. So most things are already cut up. But with cheese, you don't want to do that. Otherwise, it
Wrecks the cheese.
oxidizes.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
need to cut it to order. So that's one of the things where you need to stop what you're doing. You need to be focusing on that. You can't be cooking 10 things at once
Yeah.
while you're doing it.
And you wrap it up as well, right?
And then you need to wrap it up and put it back in the fridge. And
See, I know stuff. I know what happens.
Man. Yeah, because when I go to
you
like,
know that cheese goes in the fridge. Well done, Andy.
That's like the extent of my cooking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't.
Master chef up
Dude,
and
I
coming.
can't boil water.
you know what we should do? We should order the cheese platter and send it back.
Every time.
I would be pissed off.
Yeah, this
You're like, hey, is this dick cheese?
this is not a cube. It's already camembert. What is this? You know, why is it melted?
These slices, they're like not thin enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So how did you get into it? Like, because you're pretty young for head chef, right? Can I say that?
Yes.
Like head chefs are. There's a hierarchy to
That's like
being
the
a chef.
headliner.
Yeah.
Of chefs,
No, but there's
right?
similar to comedy, if I understand correctly. Being a chef, there's a high. You start out at the bottom in most kitchens, right?
Yeah, well, every head chef I've worked for before has been over 30 at least.
Which is
Yeah.
still kind of young.
Well,
for
I
a
mean,
head
Yeah,
like-
that's still quite young. So I just turned 25 in February.
which is
Wow.
incredible. Yeah, dude, when I was 25.
38. can tell
I couldn't cut
stories.
cheese at 25.
Yeah. Oh, you were definitely cutting the cheese at 25.
I can't believe how many puns you get away with on a fucking comedy podcast.
How many cooks now? Forget it. Yeah.
So how did you get into it? You know.
Well, I finished high school and I was at university, and cooking was always sort of a distant dream of mine, and I was always cooking for my ex-girlfriend and my friends during high school, and I really enjoyed that. And then it came up to mid-semester exams at university, and I hadn't studied, and I was like, you know what, I'm just sick of this.
What were you studying?
I was studying high school teaching and arts. I wanted to be an English and history high school teacher, and I love teaching, and that's one of the great things about my current job is I still get to teach. So I still get to fulfill that sort of dream of mine.
Like you send a cheese powder back. I'll teach you a lesson.
I teach these motherfuckers about manners.
That's right.
We get out the cane, which is exactly what I had planned for high school. But yeah, I just sort of I fell in love with it while I was at university and just started my apprenticeship and just went with it.
And so, how did you go? Were you working as a chef in Sydney?
Yeah, so I worked at a place called Felix Bistro and Bars, sort of high-end French restaurant, and then I was sous chef at a high-end Italian restaurant after that, and then I met some guys who took over 121BC here in Hong Kong, and then they brought me over at the start of 2018 to take over the business.
Dude, that's the dream. Getting hired from your own country, that's the dream.
Well, it was great because I'd already planned to move overseas, and I had a list of places I wanted to go to, and Hong Kong was actually at the top of the list.
Dude.
Wow.
But I'm the sort of guy, I was never going to, apply for the visa and actually go into it. It was just a dream, like I said. And then I got offered the job out of nowhere. So
did you make the list, though? Did you physically make a list?
Oh, yeah. So I had a list of places where I really wanted to go. Not as a head chef, I just wanted to work, I was happy to do dishes. I just wanted to go overseas.
Yeah. Wow.
So I was very, very fortunate.
So what's your take on like people microwaving food? Are you one of those people like, how dare you use this machine to heat this dish up, or like has everything has to be fresh? Because I'm always curious, like some people are all like adamant, like, oh, microwaves this or ovens that, or you everything must be fresh.
Well,
what's your view?
I don't have a microwave at the restaurant, and I've never worked in a restaurant that has a microwave. To be honest, I don't even have a microwave at home, but that's just because I moved into an apartment and I'm very disorganized. But I should probably buy one, and my life would be easier. Well, I mean, I have no problem with a microwave at home, but I've never worked with one.
Oh, okay. So even like when you were in school and all that stuff, cooking for your friends, it was all like freshly cooked food.
Yeah.
Wow. That's passion.
I wish I was one of your schoolmates.
Yeah, dude. Man, I would be so well nourished or something.
So Hong Kong's the first place you lived out of Australia?
Yeah.
Dude, how intense was that?
Oh, well, it was crazy. I think. Well, not only
you're
was
coming
it
from Sydney. I mean, like, how different is it? Let's be very honest. You walk out, you're like,
there's more Chinese people in Sydney.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, you gotta go like, really? They diluted this place? What's going on?
Like, what's with all the white people?
Yeah.
It was very intense. Not only the city, but also working, in the head chef role. That was probably the most intense part. So for the first 6 months was getting used to the job, and then the next 6 months I actually got to explore Hong Kong a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm about going I'm going at the same pace as Andy is here.
Yeah, this is the only canyoning is the only thing I've done in the year.
In fact, I still haven't gone canyoning, and I'm almost 3 years in. But.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure that the fact that you're doing anything else other than just sitting around waiting, that's already going to be exciting to you.
Yeah.
And also, like, man, 2018 to 2020, it's been pretty freaking intense.
Yeah.
Time to be here.
Yeah.
At least you had a year of things being kind of normal before it just went insane.
Well, 2018 was very normal,
right?
And then 2019 was a crazy part of Hong Kong's history with all of the protesting.
Yeah.
And then 2020 was just,
crazy part of history for the planet.
For the planet, yeah.
Oh, man.
So how's it been? Like, were you guys affected by the protest much from a business point of view?
I think where we are at in Soho, we're quite lucky. I think people
just a bit higher, right?
I think people act as if there's
slope.
like an invisible force field around Soho that protects
crazy.
Protects it from the rest of the world. So it's like the little safe space.
I mean, like it's the slope. Like gravity does a lot protesting requires a lot of effort walking. So you'll see
You
like all
joke
the
about it, but like I genuinely think that's right.
No, it's true. Yeah, when you you can have the marches down in Central, ending over there, and you walk up to Soho, you're like, wow, people are just having wine.
That's the great thing about Hong Kongers. They're like, we will fight for our rights. But I'm not walking up that hill.
No. The escalator's out of order. Not today.
So on Halloween night in 2019, it was the first
intense.
night where the protesters actually made it up to Lan Kwai Fong.
Yeah.
And then they got pushed up
Linda's
to Soho.
Terrace and stuff. Yeah, I was
standing outside of a bar.
Dude, that was
watching
intense,
all
man.
of
You
these
should've been
white
there. I remember.
people. So I was watching all of these white people at the bar.
Yeah.
All of these guilos who are shocked to see these protesters. Oh my God, there's in the flesh.
Yeah.
But I lived in Causeway Bay at the time on Percival Street.
you were like,
there's
I was pretty used to the smell
Yeah.
of tear gas by then.
Yeah.
But, it was just quite funny to see.
Yeah. Because I remember on Hollywood. Halloween night, like Halloween, Hollywood. Anyway, so Halloween night, it was all Lan Kwai Fong was crazy closed down. They closed at 8 p.m.
Well, so just a full story, because we were tenant at Lan Kwai Fong at the time.
Yeah.
Lan Kwai Fong Halloween is one of the biggest nights of the year.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Like people come out. Like Halloween is when I'm definitely out.
And they lost so much business leading up to that all of these bars were like, this is our night to make some of it back.
Yeah.
And they thought they were going to be open.
Yeah.
And then the police
They
completely
forgot their
shut off the whole
costumes, so they were
LKF.
jealous, and they
Yeah.
shut
Well, my
Lan Kwai
joke was
Fong.
that they, in the spirit of the holiday, a bunch of Chinese soldiers were dressed as Hong Kong police officers.
Yeah, exactly. They were probably just pissed off. Everyone's dressed up like us. Hey, we're not unique costumes. Shut it down. Shut it down. No more police
Like,
costumes.
I'm sorry, I don't speak English or Cantonese.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
And then so the protests actually started going up to Wellington Street and then all the way to Linda's Terrace side, and that was intense. I was there actually watching this, and
And you had all these sad people that were like dressed as like a murdered clown.
yeah. That's why it was the weirdest thing. You're like, is that guy injured or?
So
like, he
our
seems
buddy Ryan, do you remember this? Ryan
right,
was like
yeah.
on the front of the newspaper wearing like an inflatable alien.
green. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, it was the one where I think he's like being carried by the alien. That's the outfit,
it was one of those
right?
things where you're like you're wearing a thing that looks like the thing is carrying you, like you're on its shoulders or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the front of the SCMP, like
Yeah.
sad, like I can't drink tonight. Like
Yeah.
this is Halloween. Come on.
Yeah. Oh man. And the worst thing, I bet you one day the exam's gonna have that as the article that they got to write a comprehension about.
Yeah,
And the students are like,
and
that's
he's the
Mr.
teacher.
Hynek. What the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah. So Halloween was definitely one of those crazy nights that if you were there, you'd be like, whoa, this is another level. So we're approaching Halloween, by the way, everybody. Just to let you all know.
I'm not as an Australian. I can't keep it. What is it? October?
October 31st, right? It's
Yeah,
always the
I
last-
wouldn't know as
I
well.
don't know. It's never been a thing for me. I only celebrated Halloween when I moved to Asia.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't celebrate it in Australia.
I think because we don't have that many costume parties here. We don't have murder mystery
I
and
remember
everything.
there was like some American kids in our neighborhood and they tried to trick or treat and the kids just beat the crap out of them. They're like,
can't win,
trick or
man.
treat. They're like, get him. They're like running down the street chasing him with throwing eggs.
Yeah.
at the kids that were
Like,
trick-or-treating.
Well, yeah, my memories of Halloween in Australia is mostly people going around throwing eggs at houses.
Yeah,
well,
I can imagine.
maybe it came in after my time. I think maybe some level they celebrated, but it's not a big thing at all.
Yeah.
They didn't celebrate it even a little bit.
Well, I think it was
an
an excuse for just the teenagers to
to
leave
yeah.
home and just cause a ruckus in
go
the
throw
neighborhood.
eggs and stuff. But we were throwing eggs at houses like every other week.
Yeah.
So-
So this was just like, well, this time it's okay.
Yeah.
You can live with it. So what about the rest? Do you go with any themes? Like, let's say, Christmas time, you got to go with certain. Do you change your menu much?
I think during Christmas time, people do expect a bit more of a festive menu,
Cranberry sauce.
sort of
I'm a
like
sucker for
classics.
that, by the way.
Yeah?
I'm a huge sucker.
Yeah,
for
like
that.
sort of like whole roasted spring chicken, like
Yeah.
things like that.
It's like nowadays more pumpkin and everything in autumn.
Yeah. So
Dude,
I
he's not
work
fucking-
very.
He's not running Starbucks, all right?
I'm just saying, because I'm just curious, because I'm always wondering, why do we have to go with the themes of that time we must have some turkey now that it's Christmas time?
Well, I work super seasonal. So we do Italian food, and I keep it very, very seasonal. It's the
Yeah.
way that, coming from Sydney as an Australian chef, it's the way
Yeah.
that we're trained because we use whatever's fresh from
So you mean
Australia.
seasonal as in fresh produce, not the season that now's the season to be using this particular. I mean, sorry, this season calls for turkey.
I gotta-
Well, like you said, pumpkin in autumn. So
Yeah.
So
Not
now,
because of Halloween. That's what it tastes good.
Oh, really?
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I never knew that.
So
Because you're a
autumn. So
comedian.
now we have great butternut squash. We have great porcini, wild mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know, Brussels sprouts. So all of these things are now coming onto the menu, and I change the menu very regularly based on what's in season.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will pay
But
more
he's
attention.
looking at this like a comedian. Like comedians were like, we don't want to change our jokes, but we'll change the poster. So that people think the show is different. They're like, it's a Halloween special. I'm going to be talking about, relationships.
It's the
Yeah.
same dish.
And you're gonna wear some sort of a stupid costume.
yeah.
Well, I'm not that happy.
or like the
Mate.
situation.
Basically what you're wearing now, Andy.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not
exactly.
changing. I wouldn't wear shorts on stage. I'll give myself that much. But it definitely, we just look at it like, how do we convince people we're doing something different without changing anything?
Yeah,
at
Christmas comedy special.
all?
like-
Every time.
Yeah, and there's like one Christmas joke or something. So hey
People
guys.
are like, knock, knock, it's Santa. Anyway, so I was wondering the other.
yeah, exactly. Or any joke that's didn't happen at that day, it happened on last Christmas, right? It's just like every scenario you try to squeeze into that theme. Like, oh, it happened last Halloween. Oh.
Yeah, that's the go-to is like, yeah, you're like, anyway, last week at Christmas was last year. Whatever. It happened fucking 10 years ago. I haven't changed my material. So, do you like Hong Kong? Are you a fan?
I love Hong Kong. Yeah, I really do. It's like we said, it's been an interesting time to live here, but no, I'm happy to be here.
It's we just got a light on above us. I think
Yeah.
Vivek just got an idea.
No, you said he likes Hong Kong. They're like, all right, we'll give you some
Look at the-
electricity to
look at
that.
the fucking
Yeah, Hong Kong
interrogation
clearly
window.
likes me too. My God.
To our listeners, actually, during the whole podcast recording, we've had this one light that's flashed every maybe 3 minutes, like randomly
I
once.
didn't notice.
Oh yeah, it was like
until
a
now.
one quick flash, like someone taking a photo of us, and the moment you said you like Hong Kong, it's been an interesting year and everything. Immediately the lights on permanently now, so that's already a good sign. Or else we're being watched.
On that note, I should say we need to say a massive thank you to Aftermath because we're
Yeah.
recording an Aftermath today, and it's been super awesome. For
Yeah,
them.
over here to Wyndham
Yes.
Street, like we actually do shows all the time at the after. Oh, sorry, not we. I mean, these guys do shows all the time, and I like to show up
Yeah,
every now and then.
We come. No, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
we
yeah,
do
yeah,
shows
exactly.
here. And they're
Yeah.
also on the 12th of October, they've got a Rocket League tournament, which is a PS4
Yeah,
tournament.
right over there. 7:30 p.m. There's a prize tournament, 500
Oh, wow.
Hong Kong dollars to the winner if you play Rocket League at the Aftermath Gaming Series.
And I don't want to say that it's easy, but Muhammad won last time. So
Wow. Okay. I might enter then.
I'm guessing if
I-
you're blind, if you have a hand, I think you can win it.
Yeah. So let me do this. The Aftermath Gaming Series presents Rocket League prize tournament. Hong Kong, 500 Hong Kong dollars to the winner. Free entry, round robin, then knockout. 12th October, 7:30 p.m. See you then.
That's why you earn the big bucks. Really.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dude, on that note about the protesting in this area,
Yeah.
I remember, so we were, I think we must have been still finishing our renovations around that time. And a Thursday after, do you remember there was like 2 weeks when the universities went crazy?
Oh, that was
Right, and then there was
September-ish.
just like there was like random protesting anywhere in the city.
So
Went
that
from
was-
like being like Causeway Bay on a Sunday
Yeah.
to just like you're just gonna run into it.
Well, I remember there was one Monday night where it felt like the whole city was on fire.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
Like, dude, 17 districts across Hong Kong.
You
Yeah,
must
yeah,
have been that 2 week period. I'm sure
that would have been like I think when they made the mask ban, when they banned the
Yeah,
mask, and that
yeah,
was the
yeah,
night
yeah.
that everything went crazy.
So we got hit with tear gas in the lobby of California Tower on like 4 p.m. on a Thursday and had to just cut up the hill. And there's like people scrambling. The whole of Lang Kwai Fong was full of tear gas. And we went up the stairs to Wyndham Street and expats just standing in the street drinking. And I was just like, it was
It's
like
another world.
It was surreal. It was like
One street away.
you could literally
Yeah.
turn and look between the buildings and it's like carnage, historical protesting,
Yeah.
and they're just white people being like, "Oh God, what's so crazy we're living here still." You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the good thing about the Aftermath is it's in the basement. It's actually on the 57 to 59 Wyndham Street
I love
lower
how you're
ground
just
basement.
marketing everything.
No, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure whenever we need to use this space, we still can.
Yeah, we can come back. Yeah,
And let's say we were getting tear gas outside. This is a very safe haven over
this
here.
is like a bomb shelter of
It
safety.
literally is a bomb shelter. But yeah, I mean, that's actually what happens when I've been out to the protest. You will have people in coffee shops looking out the window, sipping coffee, and you got guys outside trying to hand umbrellas and water bottles and everything. And I remember I was over in Wanchai side where the Wanchai police station area is, and there's like I believe one of these cafes, and these two expats were looking out the window having the coffee, and someone ran up, "Hey, you have water? You have water?" Like, no water, just coffee. I'm like, could you just go and get a bottle of water?
Yeah, what do
like,
you no water in your freaking coffee?
yeah, like what the hell, man? I remember that so well because like people like running because like in over at Pacific Place, that was where the fight off between the police and the frontline protesters were. So they wanted to get the water there, to help with the tear gas or the pepper spray and stuff like that. And it was just bizarre. I was looking at these guys like, no, just coffee. I'm sorry. I'm like,
so funny.
Can you? Never mind.
That my friend back home was like, why do they have umbrellas? I was like, because the most dangerous thing I've seen in China in 11 years was a Chinese person with an umbrella.
Yeah.
I'm amazed I have my eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I get like in the Western world, you're thinking Mary Poppins are gonna fly away or something.
No.
Here
I'm
we're like,
thinking about my eyeballs when they
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
around in the middle
yeah.
of a sunny day with a freaking umbrella. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The most dangerous thing to a Chinese person with an umbrella is direct sunlight.
yeah,
that should have been what the government attacked them with.
yeah,
Like, we're just
exactly.
gonna bring the sun.
yeah, exactly. Just huge spotlight or just UV rays to clear up the ozone
They're
layer.
like, oh yeah, you think you have rights? Well, you're gonna have a slight tan.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
So your friends will think that you're poor now.
Exactly. All the middle-aged women are like, we're not protesting this. We can't do that. That's sunlight. I like my skin being white.
So how's it been now? So we did a podcast last week about everything's opening up. Restaurants weren't really shut, but business is coming back now. Yeah.
Business is actually booming now. I think people have think about Hong Kong. The apartments are so small. So as soon as people are allowed outside, they just got to get out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, totally.
They're back in droves, eating out at the bars. It's been great.
And I think people are just tired of their own food, like cooking at home or whatever, getting takeaway. I find out see another plastic dish, I'm gonna kill someone. I need to see an actual plate somewhere.
Dude, and I keep cutting cheese for myself. It's
and then sending it back.
it's taking up most of my day. Right?
Being in a tiny apartment, that's the last thing you should be doing, cutting the cheese over there.
Again, just stop.
As long as you wrap it up
I
and
love
put it
how
back.
Fabio's brought more comedic integrity than you have as the quote-unquote professional. So business is booming, but it must be tough after so much time shut down.
Well, that's the thing. What people forget: business is booming, but we're also in rental debt. We're working on the bare minimum of staff. It's been
and landlords are pretty friendly in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, of course. Well, we're very fortunate with our landlords, so they've been very understanding.
That's got to be worth its
Wow,
weight.
that's a blessing.
I
man.
can't say the same for the rest of the food and beverage industry.
Yeah.
But no, we're very lucky, and they've been very understanding. They've given us quite a bit of help, and we basically said to them, look, if after this, if you want a restaurant here, then you got to help us out, because we're operating at 50% capacity. We haven't been allowed to do dinners for most of the time. They did an alcohol ban at one point. It was just getting ridiculous.
Do the landlords get a discount?
I don't think in Hong Kong, no.
No, I mean like
there are stuff like.
Do you mean?
No, I mean like when they come
from
to
the
your
government.
restaurant. No, I mean.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Like, I was like, you're like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, you decide.
Well,
Oh,
they're a
sorry.
government
No, okay.
I thought you meant like
Oh, you meant
government
with their
procedure,
rates
'cause
or whatever.
I know in places like France when they did the lockdown, they were making sure that like mortgages weren't paid.
the
they were
banks get
stopping-
pressured for giving them like.
Yeah.
Some-
So when they
yeah.
did the lockdown, they stopped the whole infrastructure. But in
Ah.
Hong Kong, no. But yes, of course. I mean, yeah, we take care of the landlords.
Nice. No, because I'm
Like
thinking
you do actually.
Oh, of course.
Like they
of course.
come in, they're like, "Come on, get the fucking cheese out." Let's
because
go."
like. Yeah.
No. I mean, if they come in, it's like these are our landlords,
Yeah.
and they're nice guys. Like I
Yeah.
said, they've been great to us. Let's treat them to like a free
Fair enough. Yeah.
a free drink or a free
Yeah, 'cause, like-
cheese platter or something.
a free drink.
Yeah.
They're like, we want 3 months without paying
No,
rent,
but-
and we'll give you this glass of rosé.
Yeah, exactly. You're 50% off your beverage.
Prosecco.
It sounds like your landlord's a terrible businessman.
Well, I don't want to give them too much free shit. They'll
Yeah,
be like,
fair
well,
enough.
if you're giving out free stuff, why can't you pay the rent?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah,
fair enough, yeah.
they
Clearly
come back,
doing well.
That's
Yeah.
what you get.
Clearly doing well enough to give out free food.
Yeah, you can't have both ways. Like, you give me free stuff. I'm like, wait a second, you're giving free stuff. That's why you make no money. That's not my problem now.
Well, that's it. That is exactly like when the landlord came in for the first time. I did text my boss. I said, "Hey, what's the go here? Like, am I giving them a free dish, or would that come off as us being negligent because we're behind on rent? I mean, like, what do I do here?" It was like, no, take care of them.
It'd be funny. You go in there like, we don't charge anyone, actually.
Yeah.
I just like making food, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's out of my
Basically a
pocket.
charity, and you're the one paying for it.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Because like I was always wondering. I'm like, if I were ever a landlord, if I ever became a landlord, I would actually be very picky with who I like rent out the space, because I would want to rent it at something that I want a discount for.
Look at you imagining what your life might be like if you had money.
This is what
Right,
happened when
so
you
your
get,
building will be full of kebab shops then.
I'm like, if I owned several buildings in Hong Kong, the way that I would approach it is,
level 3 kebab shop, level 4 massage.
dude, I just know like day one you'd be like, fuck this, I'm screwing these guys over for money. I'm gonna quadruple the rent. I'm gonna start my own Italian restaurant in the space.
just opposite them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean that's happened. Like people actually, I've seen guys. They will actually like if you have your own 7-Eleven franchise like you've opened.
Yeah.
You'll have the guys who gave you that franchise. They'll open one opposite you just to run you out of business. They can keep all the money.
Someone once said to me that if they're in Jewish communities, right?
Yeah.
If someone is a shoemaker, then someone else will be like, I'm going to make socks. They make like complementary
Yeah.
businesses. But in China and Russia, if they're like, I'm a shoemaker, they're like, I'm also a shoemaker. Like they just, the strategy is rather than to build complementary businesses is to replicate the businesses that are doing well.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder.
I think it's, from what I've seen, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, China and Russia is my wheelhouse, so I know those two.
But so speaking of like competition and stuff, like who would you say is your biggest competitor? Not restaurant wise, but I'm saying like in general, any type of food or something is the biggest competitor to like an Italian restaurant of yours.
Do you look at competition? How do you look at competition?
I mean, definitely. I definitely do. Like, well, when I first landed in Hong Kong, I definitely made a point of eating around at all of the restaurants in Soho, all of the Italian ones anyway, just to see what the sort of standard was, and also to get an idea of what was doing well, what was being successful, and also to get an idea of the pricing point, because pricing is so important.
Did you go all the way, and did you even go to Spaghetti House?
No, definitely not. I mean, but I sort of.
He's like running fancy restaurants.
No, I'm thinking like Spaghetti House, Caesarea, Pizza Hut, all these places. I'm like,
Well, I wasn't too worried. I mean, I wasn't too worried because like we do something quite different. I think we've got a pretty interesting menu, and we've already got a great following when I took over. So that was mainly just to get a gauge of pricing and to get a gauge of just the sort of basically the quality of what I'm dealing with. And I hate to say it, but after that I was fairly confident.
What do you think is great about 121 BC? Like why should people go there?
I think it's just very authentic, homely. I mean, we make our own pasta, we make our own bread, we make our own cheese, we make our own gelato and sorbet, we make our own limoncello. I mean,
you got tiramisu?
Do they do that at Pizza
I don't
House?
have tiramisu at the moment. And I think and we've got a great wine selection as well.
Yeah.
And we've got a really friendly team. We've got one long shared table. So it feels very sort of, convivial, very family style. Just very, very casual but refined, and I think people just have a great time there.
Okay. Yeah, because like for me, when I go to eat Italian, the one thing I like to end it with after the pizza, pasta, whatever, it's like always like a tiramisu. Isn't that like a very typical signature dish?
Tiramisu is definitely Italy's most famous dessert.
So that's why it's just
It's
more
the
pop.
pavlova of Italy.
Yeah, it's
let's
just
be
like
honest.
the pop dessert, right? Like it's like you're in a restaurant expecting lassi and stuff. It's not like we Indians drink it every day, but it's just like
that's also part of the reason why I don't have it on the menu.
Yeah.
Because I want to give something
different.
I want to give something that's a bit different. And
Yeah.
every other Italian restaurant here has tiramisu on the menu, so I try and offer something a bit different. It's funny that you mentioned that. I do actually have pavlova on the menu at the moment.
Yeah, dude, pavlova's killer.
Not classic Italian, but in my Italian Australian family growing up, it was definitely a staple around Christmas time.
Dude, pavlova is the jam. Do you know what it is?
I must have had it before.
It's like an Australian dessert. It's sort of puff.
The main reason is
puffy
because
one, right?
Yeah. And
I think I've had it. Yeah.
the main reason is because when you make so much fresh pasta, there's always so much egg whites left over. So it's just a great way to make use of.
The puffy egg white thing. Okay,
exactly. It's a great way to make use of something that would otherwise be wastage.
Yeah. It's also awesome.
And
as
also
well.
delicious.
Yeah. I'm a
Okay,
big
so
fan.
question: is it pronounced pizza or pizza?
Vivek with the hard-hitting questions. Fabio in the spotlight.
No, because I've asked my spaghetti house questions. I was even going to ask if you had paisanas when you were doing your research, but I figured okay, you probably did all that stuff.
That's
as
a
well.
good. That's a comedy go-to. Paisano.
Paisanos, yeah. I mean, does it piss you off when you see like someone who just been to your restaurant yesterday is now at Paisanos eating pizza?
No, of course not. I eat paisanos all the time.
Oh. All right, trying to help your restaurant over here, but okay.
I guess we're not as fancy as Paisanos.
No, we don't do pizza. I mean, pizza. If you're listening here to the way that I said it, I think I just tried to answer Vivek's question.
yeah, I'm not that cluey.
Anyway, yeah. You see, like this is my limited knowledge. I've grown up in Hong Kong my whole life, so Italian food growing up was really literally spaghetti house. And it was terrible. Now that I've been to Soho much more, I'm like, oh, okay. You mean you can hand make the stuff?
I'm shaking my head right now.
Dude, man, you have no idea the limitations I'm living under.
How different is it working here to working in Australia? Like, what were the differences?
Very different. I think the main thing is the staff. It's very
Ouch.
Chinese.
well. No, I mean,
Sydney, I mean,
that sounds harsh, but what I mean is that in Australia, the people who work in the kitchen, they're only in the kitchen if they really want to be chefs. Really, I feel like everyone sort of has that drive or motivation, because in Australia you can get the same paying job, but work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday as an electrician or as a different trade and have a much easier life. So, but in Hong Kong, chefs I think are actually decently paid. I'm pretty sure the average wage in Hong Kong is something like 16,000 as an office worker a month.
yeah.
And that's the same that chefs get a month. So if you're like relatively unqualified, if you're otherwise going to be at home like some sort of a housewife, and you know how to cook, then there are lots of kitchen jobs out there, and there are so many restaurants looking for staff. So you get a lot of staff who are sort of underqualified and don't treat it as the intensity of a career that you get from chefs in Australia. So that's a hard thing for me, but when I've quite high standards and I don't want to sound like a slave driver, but you know, we work quite hard at my restaurant to produce the quality. So it's pretty hard to find people who I
Meet that
you know,
standard.
who really care, you know, about the passion and about the cooking and about delivering that standard and about going above and beyond about the customer experience, because you get a lot more chefs here who sort of just treat it like a job and do it for the hours and then go home. And yeah, so it's a very different, but you need to find that balance, and you need to find a way to inspire people, you know, who need that sort of extra inspiration when it's not just about the food or when they can't create the motivation for themselves.
No, true. I think that's one of the weaknesses of Hong Kong. I mean, even with comedy, when we do like Cantonese comedy, people the first question is not like, oh, where's the show? How can I get in? It's more like, how much do you guys make? Like, people immediately want to know, is this worthwhile to my time?
For people that are performing, they're like,
or just
that?
generally, like, you know, they're just curious. Oh, hey, come to an open mic, you know, you try it out, give it a shot. They're like, well, you know, is this an actual job? Can I make money off of this? I'm like, well,
You're like,
open mic
as the biggest comedian in the city, I can categorically say no.
Exactly. This is what I do, people. These are my tax returns, see?
Yeah, I think also, from my perspective, it seems like, especially in Melbourne and Sydney, like restaurant industry's pretty well developed.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
very
extremely
much.
well developed. Like the standard is, I remember I worked in like cafes and stuff when I was in university, you know, a long time ago. And even going back to the cafes I used to work at, I'm like, whoa, the standard has just gotten so high. Like to be even a floor staff, you've got to be on your game, like really high quality service, and otherwise people just won't even go.
Exactly.
Because the place down the road is so good.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, Hong Kong is a very, very competitive restaurant
Probably
scene
Soho's
as well.
probably one of the higher
Soho's
end.
probably one of the most competitive places on the planet for restaurants. But yeah, like I said, I mean, there's just you got to find that balance in the kitchen in Hong Kong because you need it's hard to find good staff who really care about just the food. And also when you're a restaurant and you can't offer, when you're not a bank, so if you find good staff, you can't just offer an unlimited amount of salary. You know, we've got our overheads, we've got a very specific budget.
Yeah,
no matter
you
how
can't
good you
give
are.
them options in the business or anything like that.
Exactly. Like no matter how good you are as a restaurant, you're only making so much profit. So there's only so much that you can offer to.
Especially
staff.
now, like this.
Especially now, exactly.
So what's it been like? You know, things are opening up, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys didn't really shut, but now you're open till midnight, and you can have more people seated at a table, which is huge for restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the process now that you've got to like? How are you going with restaffing and all of that?
Well, I'm quite surprised. So 2 of my cooks just quit. They just resigned. Like I said, I think we've been very, very busy. And we have been working hard. I'm not. There's no doubt about it. But I think, you know, like I said, some people just aren't really a big fan of the really busy restaurant. I've always worked in busy restaurants. I love it, and that's part of the reasons why I love
the energy,
job.
right?
It's the energy,
Yeah.
and it's the adrenaline, it's the drive. But so I'm pretty screwed at the moment. But it's been strange to restart. Because I still have so many constraints, money-wise, but so I'm still working understaffed at the moment. So I worked 85 hours this week, 9 a.m. to midnight.
I haven't worked 85 hours this year.
Yeah, so I'm pretty tired, but that's just, you know, something that I have to do in order to keep the business going.
So seeing that we have such a large audience base, I'm sure we have some people that are talented that might be right for the job. If they were to be interested in your job, 2 things. Number 1, what would be required for the staff that you're looking for? And number 2, what's the application method?
Well, first of all, application method, you can email me. It's chef@121bc.hk. Email me your CV. Or, I mean, what I think, I can teach people how to cook my food, no problem. What I ask for is I ask for a good attitude, someone who gives a shit, and someone who just, you know, just tries hard. And I think when you treat a job where you really care, it doesn't feel so much like work anymore. That's the way that I approach my
Well,
my
that
work
just cancelled out a whole bunch of comedians.
Yeah, well, that's most of our listeners out there. We focus on mediocre quality.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably a job. I guess, given the nature of how easy it is for people to complain, it's a job where quality is scrutinized way more carefully because every customer's a friggin' critic, right?
Yes.
It's not like if you're at an accounting firm, you're going to have some staff that kind of phone it in. But if you're at a restaurant, small team, it's like if you're putting out crap, it's going to get picked up.
And like I said, we also have an open kitchen, so we have eyes on us from the customers. So if the food's not up to par, then there's that extra pressure.
How do you feel about the open kitchen?
Well, I designed it actually, so I shouldn't
And I regret it every day.
One-way windows. Why didn't I think of that? The
I was like,
one-way window.
it's so hard to rub people's toast all over my ass when they send it back.
My original design was not meant to be as open as it is now. It is, if you walk in, it's very open. But no, I do like it. I specifically wanted an open kitchen because I wanted it to feel more as if there's like that time and effort going into the food and make it feel more relatable. And also, I like the extra. Maybe I sound cynical and demonic, but I like the extra pressure on the rest of my team to work clean,
with eyes on them,
to work clean and work professional. You know, it's not just me telling them to do so. It's literally you've got the whole restaurant watching you. Like now, you know, let's. That's the way we got to be. We really got to be.
It's like candid camera without the camera.
It sounds like an open restaurant's like an open relationship. It's good in theory, but everyone can see the terrible things you're doing.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, so people come in, they sit down, they order the food, then they leave. Like, have you had one of those customers that, you in the kitchen are going like, I want to see what's going on with this too?
You're like, hey, you didn't wash your hands.
Yeah. Or do you have that regular guy that every time you're like, another lady? What's going on with this guy? He's really working hard.
Well, the main reason I designed the open kitchen is so that I can check out the beautiful ladies. It works both ways.
Join a gym. I mean, like, it's not that hard. Anyway.
And I told my girlfriend, she's fine with it. No.
So it sounds like an open relationship and an open kitchen are pretty similar, actually.
No, it is definitely funny to see the customers and how they react. But it makes my job a lot easier as well in terms of like the pacing of how and when to send out the food.
Yeah.
I can actually see how far in the meal they are physically. I can see, the reactions of the customer. So it's like free feedback almost. I can sort of know better how to create a vibe. Is the music too loud? Is the music too soft? People having a good time. People whispering. I don't want people whispering in my restaurant.
Why is that?
I just,
it can be a good sign, right?
We're a casual place. I want boisterous laughter. I want.
Oh, so you mean you don't want the customer
atmosphere
area to be too quiet? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
I like when there's a bit of energy. Obviously, Monday, Tuesday, sort of date night. It's more okay, but Friday, Saturday night, let's create a vibe. Let's go here. Let's
Monday, Tuesday is the first date night and stuff where I was like, hey, so you like this?
One of the things you're like, do you want to have sex after this? Are you really ordering the lobster? We should send this cheese platter back. One of the things we noticed at the comedy club is there would be always guys, actually no, women as well, that would always come on dates, but they'd have a different person every time.
Yeah, there'd be a few of those.
Right.
Like we were there go to a date place, but the date was changing.
Yeah, well, we have those customers too, but they also make an effort of befriending us.
So you don't throw them under the bus.
We don't throw them under the bus.
You're like, hey!
So we have a few...
Who's she?
Yeah, so we have a few friends at the restaurant where it's kind of known that that's what happens, and we...
So you get the same thing?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. I don't feel so special anymore. Out here, I was thinking like, oh, they're bringing their dates to the comedy club. Turns out that's a normal thing. Oh,
Who complains more? Well, okay. Who complains more? First question: Australians or people in Hong Kong?
Ooh.
And you're doing business in Hong Kong, so do consider.
I'm guessing complaining is a huge part of the job.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to say. I think it's pretty similar across the globe. Yeah.
Okay, next question. How does local compared to expat?
Oh, I wasn't going to go there.
I'm definitely going there.
I was like,
okay.
I can guarantee local. Go on.
I would have said expat was worse.
No, I was going to say locals much less. Locals, we'll just never come back. Like, I have a joke.
Oh, no. So the locals always complain about the bill.
Oh, yeah. That, I mean, I used to have a joke.
They'll just be given looks like, wow, these are very really small portions, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then the bill is not extensive. I mean, so standard. The standard bill would be about 600 per person, including drinks, which I think for Soho, if you're having some glasses of wine and a nice meal, I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
So when you get locals coming from a different part of town and then they have the meal because they're
down from Sheng Shui for their first trip to Soho.
Because they've seen it on Instagram, then they might be a little bit taken aback if that's not what they're used to.
No, it's very common. Like I used to have a joke before where I was like, I would go to these restaurants and every now and then like the waiter would go, is everything okay? And I'm thinking like, even if it wasn't, I wouldn't tell you, number one. And number two, if it wasn't good, telling you doesn't change anything. I will go to openrice.com and be like, don't go there. So I think that would be the case, right? Like you have a lot of, I'm sure, especially locals more who take photos of the food and you're thinking it's from memory, but it's not from memory. It's actually investigation.
Yeah, well, so our rating on TripAdvisor is much better than our rating on OpenRice. That's for sure.
Why is that?
It's probably the price point. I'm telling you, it's the price point.
It's the price point, yeah.
Interesting.
Because over here, there's this...
So OpenRice users are cheapskates. Is that what we're getting out of this?
No.
I don't want to be racist.
But you're going to be racist.
So OpenRice, because it's much more local and also more general, the mentality, like for example, it's someone who doesn't eat this quality food all the time will not be able to appreciate why it's costing this amount. You're paying more than just the food, the atmosphere, the whole mood, the open kitchen, you get to watch guys cook your food, stuff like that.
And also the exorbitant rent in Soho comes into my budget.
Oh, 100%. Oh my God. Dude, the rents in this part of town.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that's why I tell people when people come down to Soho, like, and I have a lot of friends who have probably never been to Soho in their whole lives, and they lived here their whole lives, and because they're like Blanque Fong, right? That's good enough. And like, no, it's a whole different vibe over here.
Dude, someone once pointed out to me. So Melbourne's one of the most expensive rent real estate markets in the world. Sydney's slightly more expensive.
Yeah.
But someone pointed out to me that what we were paying for our small comedy club was the same as one of the biggest hospitals in Melbourne.
Wow.
Like, that's how expensive.
Oh
the
yeah,
rent is.
you think that Sydney and Melbourne is expensive, but then you get
Hong
to
Kong's
Hong
on another
Kong.
planet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So before we're going to wrap it up here pretty soon, is there anything that you want to tell people about the restaurant so they can come down and check it out?
Yeah, come down and check it out.
Wow, you really broke some
Easy,
ground there.
straight to the point.
Yeah. He's just a very straightforward. It's like, I will give you my best advertising presentation.
Yeah. Eat food there. That's-
Good. Me cook. You like. Bill, okay, 600. Let's do it.
Dude, thanks so much for coming in today. It's been awesome to have you on.
No, thanks for having me.
A lot of fun. And,
Thanks for getting me out of bed at 11 a.m. on Sunday, Andy.
Hey, we got the guy from Kyle from Aftermath came out as well.
Yeah.
Like, we've done pretty well here. All right, guys. Thanks, and we will catch you next week. Bye.